Okay, welcome to, I think, the last interview here at the International Railway Safety Council's conference, hosted by the Railway Safety Regulator. I'm now joined by Bennie. He is the Safety Director, a Safety Engineer.
Just plain engineer.
Bennie, thank you so much for taking the time to join me. Safety at Gibela is obviously a big thing. You've got a big manufacturing facility. How are you managing it all?
Manufacturing facility is almost the last part of the whole process, in the sense that the design is done up front.
Yes.
And through the design, you actually identify up front already which topics would be needed to manage, so that you don't have a catastrophe later downstream when the train is in service. We actually do it proactive. It's like a proactive thing. You already up front think which items is critical that can maybe fall off, or bolts that can come loose. So
we don't want that.
You know, for sure you don't want that. No, that's the last thing you want. You don't want a catastrophe. And that's the focus. Safety in South Africa is not totally seen as a proactive thing, but so the thinking in fact is to be proactive regarding safety. Yeah. So you got a list, you got a safety critical list, which you need to manage. Well, basically through the design you make sure that list is complete, and this list goes to the manufacturing people, who takes it further and then develops procedures and work instructions to make sure that whatever they put on the train meets that standard. Yeah.
Okay, and the standard is what's so important.
Yeah.
You know, being able to.
Yes.
And I think that's been one of the issues in terms of developing our local content, is that the standard is quite high, and for our local manufacturers to meet that has been quite, I wouldn't say difficult, but it's been a step.
I could almost also say there's a different thinking, because the procedures that we use have got the focus that probably South Africans would have.
Yeah.
But the focus is different, so you have to try. The thinking must change a bit. It's kind of embedded in a lot of the companies that they work safe.
Yes.
But now there's a process to it to ensure that this is done.
You spoke today at the International Railway Safety Conference.
Yes.
What was your topic?
It was actually this exact topic about localization and design optimization, and the process followed, and the collaboration, in fact, between us with Alstom initially, and then downstream with suppliers, local South African suppliers, that we bring on board.
Yes.
But safety must not be degraded, or the right level of safety must be maintained. So that's where we come in. That's where we mainly come in.
So going forward, if we talk about, I think you're on 170 trains now, 200 by the end of this financial year, if I recall somebody saying yesterday, which gives you 400 left. Are there processes that you are improving on all the time, or is it just set at that standard in terms of safety?
We actually constantly improve processes. If you take the factory operations, we rely on special processes. So it's a constant probably training, constant re-look at activities which could lead to safety problems later on. So it's a constant improvement, a constant looking at the thing.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have got things that they call FMEA. Sorry about the long word.
I don't even know what that means.
Failure mode effect analysis.
Say that again.
Failure mode and effect analysis.
Okay.
So the production people also do this. They do this for their production activities. So they identify activities that might lead to safety, critical topics which might lead to safety later down the line, safety incidents. So it's a constant process of looking at procedures, making sure they are.
So in all the presentations that you've listened to over the last couple of days, so 3 days, is there anything that's really stood out for you?
A lot of the presentation was around the topic which is something we actually need to address now, and this is the safety culture. So it's a lot of this being discussed, and human factor. So we've been discussing this quite a bit. So one of the activities that we foresee in the next few months, or maybe in the next month or two, not even later, is that we'll have a safety awareness training for blue collars. So the safety is a culture. It's not just something that comes along the side. It's like embedded in what we do.
Yeah, so I mean, you can have all the safety as part of the manufacturing process in terms of the components, because of the safety critical elements of the train and the role that it performs. But you also need that in terms of your people.
Yes, exactly. That's the focus. That was a lot of the focus of the conference, was around the people.
Okay.
You need to have this culture, and you need to take people into account into what is done. Because people make mistakes, and this does happen.
Because we are human.
They're human. Yeah, yes. They're human. So that's almost the next level to maintain or to get a high level of safety within the railways. Go to that level of taking the human into account fully, understanding the human and what could go wrong, and even soft skills, even communication skills, or working under pressure skills. Those kind of things are also taken into account.
So tell me, in Gibela, I mean, what are your safety statistics? Injury-free and all the rest? What are your numbers?
Yeah, that's an interesting topic in the sense that safety, as we see it, is a proactive design activity, whereas you're talking about EHS, environmental health and safety.
It's part of the process, or have you separated it?
The focus is separated, yeah.
Why?
Because we focus on the product, and that focus on activities within the factory.
Okay.
So
it makes sense to actually have them together, because it is a business process.
They link together.
Okay.
Yeah, they link together. So it's not an EHS topic. You must have your safety gear on, not to get injured yourself.
Yes.
But the welding activity on the train
is equally
a safety
because you have
item.
to have special welding.
You have to have special welding. You have to have special processes.
Yes.
This guy must be trained well to whatever standards we require. So we focus on that topic, making sure that what goes on the train.
Benny, thank you very much for your time. It was lovely to have met you.
Same to say.
Yes, and we'll see you soon.